Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another video. All right, let's check it out. Let's see what we got for you right now. If you like weird looking pickups, quite strange to my view, but attractive at the same time, well, you're looking at the right video. Let's see what we got for you right now. We have for you a 143 scale resin model Subaru Brat. Now, the Subaru Brat was a light duty four wheel drive version of the Subaru Leon. If you're familiar with the Subaru Leon, um, it was basically the bread and butter for Subaru back in the 70s and 80s, late 70s and 80s. By the way, this vehicle was made between 1978. By the way, this is the first generation, 1978 till 1980. The first generation only did it for 2 years, but I think it's the one that we all remember probably the most. This one and the second generation, they were very distinctive. One of the very being distinctive was because if you look in the back by the pickup, you see those two seats. Those two seats, example in USA, was because back in the days, and we still have that law. They, if you're exporting a pickup to the United States, I think there was a tax called a chicken tax, some type of strange, weird rule that if you were exporting a pickup, you had to pay a lot more because it didn't want to affect the local brands like Dodge and Chevrolet and Ford from affecting their sales. So when you're bringing pickups here, so what Subaru did, it didn't want to be called a pickup. So what they did, because they didn't want to pay those taxes, they put two seats in the back. Which nowadays I don't think that will never work with all those laws and this and that. They don't want you to ride in the pickup, in the cargo part of the pickup. But back in the days, they put those two seats, and they were no longer considered like a pickup because now they were like I don't know, another regular car on the road because it could hold more people than a regular pickup for back in the days. So they kind of avoided the tax issue. But now, like I said, those two seats in the rear end, they look very uncomfortable because they were plastic. You can't put no cushion, stuff like that. Those two seats get wet all the time when it rains. So you can't make it very fashionable. You want to make it just something that you can say, oh, okay, we could sit two people in the back. But nowadays, I'm not sure how will that work because I'm not even sure that will be legal nowadays. But that's just my opinion. And these were 4x4 guys. The little cars were all-wheel drive. So figure that out. All right, engine-wise, they only came out with a 1.6. 1.6 gas engine. Now, transmissions, you did have a choice of a 4-speed manual or a 3-speed automatic. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if this vehicle was sold all around the world or this was just sold in in the in USA or Canada like this. Let me know in the comments below, guys. Were these Subarus sold in your country? But we'll ask you more questions when we come back. I'm gonna let it go around a few times, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. Just so you know, these seats in the back of the by the cargo area, they were called jump seats, and it kind of gives me more like grab yourself and survive seats. Because I don't even know if they even had seat belts. But just so you know, by having those two seats in the back, they were, like I was saying before, they were called passenger vehicles, and their tax went from being a pickup, it was 25% just to export them. Extra import tariff, it went down to 2.5. So that's a big difference. But these jump seats were discontinued in 1986 with the second generation. All right, guys. Let me know, like I said before, whether they were ever sold in your country. These Subaru Brats, did they have those weird looking seats in the rear end, or you just had them as a pickup itself? I would love to know that. And that white bar and those white decals and the white wheels. This car looks, and then the front that has a white protection, the the bumper protection. It was an interesting car, very interesting. I have to say the least. I really like it. And don't forget to comment below where you guys are from and what scales you guys collect. By the way, there's a resin model, so you know. And don't forget to give me that beautiful thumbs up that I always appreciate. Thank you so much for following me and following my videos and commenting. I always say thank you so much. And don't forget to click and subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button that will remind you when I'm posting more videos. Take care of yourselves more than ever. And goodbye.